We're here at the protest today. Did you see one of the protesters get arrested?
My wife was doing ceremony off to the side, and as part of the ceremony she's doing some witchcraft, and so she had a beef tongue, and she put some nails into the beef tongue for reasons I don't understand. I'm not a witch, and so the police waited until she was alone, out of the sight of everybody, and they picked her up for having nails. And I guess it's illegal to have nails in America. In America, you gotta have a license for those nails. Not that it would do you any good to have a license. When they want to harass you, they just pick you up and they lock you up. And now she's locked in here, and I have dozens of sheriff's deputies are here on duty to make sure that we're all safe. Starri was one of the founders of the Hard Times Cafe. Kobe's dad has worked there for off and on for about 30 years since it opened. So they've been friends. They've been involved in the cafe and such since then. And then since Kobe's death, my wife has done a lot of the spiritual work around Kobe's memorial, protests, stuff like this. That's how she's involved. And Amity too. I don't know why I leave Amity's name out. Amity is also one of the founders. Jason and Amity and my wife basically started the Hard Times Cafe about 30 years ago, a worker-owned collective cafe.
How has the killing of Kobe impacted your family?
Yeah, well, you don't really think it's going to happen to somebody you know. So it makes it all harder because it becomes a personal thing as well as a political thing, and every time you hear about it, and every time it happens again, it's like I said, it's just really has a lot of impact.
Do you feel like your wife was targeted in her arrest today?
Yeah, well, the whole event was targeted. When you come out and you tell everybody that you're not going to have any violence or any criminal activity, and that there was not supposed to be any arrests, there was not supposed to be any conflict, and that was at the request of Kobe's parents. But the cops don't care. They just, if you don't riot, then you're just a soft target. It just makes it easier for them to do as they please. They don't care if you don't break the law. They'll just find some reason to arrest you anyway. And they don't care about your religious liberty if you're not a Christian. So that does, she's not gonna get convicted of any crime or anything. I have no concern about that.
Did they say what she was being charged with?
She was not charged with anything. No, there's no crime involved in this. They aren't pretending there's a crime involved. They were concerned. They are doing an investigation because they see nails as being 2-inch nails as being potential weapons. So therefore, you don't have any legal rights until your lawyer gets them for you. So that's America today. The more you protest against them, the angrier they get at us, and so it's conflict. It's a state of intense conflict every day these days.
Did you anticipate that being something that could happen when you and your wife decided to come out today?
No, we didn't break any laws. Usually when you don't break any laws, you don't really think that you're going to get arrested. That's usually a good way to avoid such things. But she was doing something unusual, and that's enough. It's not as bad as being black, but but yeah, you do witchcraft in public, that makes you a suspect. I guess that takes the place of probable cause. Like I said, they're just doing an investigation. Hopefully she'll be out in a couple hours, unless they manufacture a charge, which I don't anticipate. I'm just gonna hang out here and hope, until she gets out, which will probably be about 3 o'clock in the morning is when they like to, when they're just harassing you, they like to let you out in the middle of the night so you can't get a cab or anything.
I'm sorry that this happened.
Well, thank you. I appreciate what you're doing. You guys do a great job. You guys have been very regular in Minneapolis these days.